able to get more videos up, but hopefully, sorry, I'm just had something to eat. But anyway, uh, excuse me. Hopefully, this upcoming year I'll be able to have more videos for you. I am almost at triple digits. I'm almost at 100 videos. This one will actually be my 99th, and I wanted it to be something very special. And as you can see, the skies are clear, birds are chirping, and above all, astral projection is in full effect, so let's get right down to it. So, usually when I'm watching stuff like Hulu or YouTube, you know, some of the stuff that has campaign ads, Hershey Walker, you have caught my attention, good sir. And I use the term good sir very, very loosely, because this fool is running for U.S. Senator, and he's denying a lot of things. Obviously, he's a politician. He's supposed to. But here's the thing. If you are running for or planning to be a politician, don't do something majorly stupid that's going to come back to haunt you. For example, the whole Roe versus Wade thing. The powers that be are, hey Lovey, the powers that be are, they're overturning history. Like when I was in grade school, middle school, Roe versus Wade was already in the history books. We learned about it in school. And now the powers that be, they basically, they want to take away women's rights. Specifically abortion rights. Now I'm pro-choice. Whatever a woman does with her own self, that's her business. Like, who am I to tell a woman not to do something, right? Being a man and all. You know, you just can't tell a woman no. And, you know, and I'm not even, this isn't even about politics, because you guys know I hate talking about politics. This is more about women's rights being taken away. And Hershey Walker is basically a madman. You know, Mad Men, the TV series where the golden age, where pretty much men were controlling women. They were telling them what to do, or they laughed in their face saying, anytime they said that they wanted equal rights or they wanted to do something that the man was doing, basically. That's what Hershey Walker's doing. And apparently he was also denying the fact that he had paid for a woman's abortion. And he's saying, oh no, I didn't do that, I don't do this, that and the other. We all know he did. He's just denying it because he's a politician. That's what politicians do. They deny. That's what it's what they are good at. It's up to us to actually figure out the truth. Excuse me. You guys with me so far on this? Okay, good. So I got the women's attention on this, because women's rights are being played with, and it's by men. It's obviously by men. And there's actually one woman, I forgot what her name was, but she's also a politician. She was also against abortion. I thought that was rich, like a woman who's against abortion. But you know, it happens. If you're the type of person who's like, abortion's a sin, abortion is murder, you guys don't understand the full story. Because obviously you don't, because you would have said otherwise. Abortion, it's not always black and white. It's not always what you think it is. Because people don't understand that it could have been under the circumstances of rape, incest, or the mother's life was in danger. And it's getting real pathetic. It's getting ridiculous how women have worked their asses off to have equal rights with us men. And I apologize for, you know, my being a man and all. I want to apologize on behalf of other men, seeing that they're the ones who want to be able to take this away from you. Like, I'm pro-choice, I'm pro-human. Whatever you want to do, that's your business. It's basically whatever. Like, uh, so I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated with other guys. Herschel Walker especially, because we know he paid for it. It, it is. I don't doubt that it is. But Herschel Walker is the main person who wants to take abortion rights. And we all know he paid for his girlfriend's abortion. He's denying that he paid for that one. He's denying he paid for the ladies. Like, you guys really want this guy for U.S. Senator? Like, really think on this. A man who is against women's rights should not be able to have a chair. I'm just gonna put it that way. And the sad part about this, he's not just a man, he is a black man doing this. You know how messed up that is? And it's gonna even be more messed up if he gets a chair, if he becomes U.S. Senator. Because that means, there's not gonna be any more Planned Parenthoods, there's not gonna be any more taking care of your business. Did nobody learn anything from the Elizabeth Banks, Susan Sarandon, oh, not Susan Sarandon, but Sigourney Weaver movie? Did nobody learn anything from that? There's a reason these specific movies are getting sent out, because nobody is getting the full picture. Nobody is understanding the suffering. Women's suffrage, that should be a point blank. It's like, if you get rid of Roe versus Wade, if you get rid of abortion, you're getting rid of women's suffrage and all the rights and all the stuff that these women had to go through just to be considered an equal, just to be able to handle their business without people batting eyelashes. And for this man to be able to take that away from them? No, you don't even have my vote. You don't even have my respect on that point. And I'm not going to stay on too much longer, you guys, because I got to be at work, and I don't want to be, like, super duper late or anything. So, I'm going to spend a few more minutes on here talking to you guys about it, but you guys pretty much get the point of what I'm trying to say so far. And I remember an episode of Big Mouth where Jesse's stepmom was pregnant, and she went to the doctor, and I know that they're making up excuses about it. Like, Roe v. Wade, Roe versus Wade. Sorry, I'm gonna get off of Big Mouth for a second. I want to talk about Juliana's comment here. Roe versus Wade. That's in the... They fought for that so a woman could have a right to have an abortion if needed. And the Sigourney Weaver Elizabeth Banks movie, I don't remember the name of it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. They didn't have that Roe v. Wade option. Or if they did, the doctor said, I only watched the trailer, I didn't see the movie yet. but the doctor said I can't proceed on you. And it's only because they gave a lame ass excuse about it. So she had to travel cross country just to get her business handled. That was the point of Roe v. Wade. They should be able to have an abortion, no questions asked. They shouldn't have to travel cross country. Ooh, excuse me. They shouldn't have to travel cross country to have to deal with BS. But back to the Big Mouth episode. I was talking about it. So, her stepmom was seeing the doctor, and the doctor was telling her, your vagina is too small to give a traditional birth. You would need a C-section by the time the baby is and that's what actually woke me up. Before the Herschel Walker thing, I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense, because sometimes a woman could have a small vagina to the point where they would need a C-section, or they wouldn't be able to give birth, period. That's why we have abortions, to do emergency procedures, because if you're pregnant but you find out you're not going to be able to give birth, that's why you need it. That's why it's there. Or that's one of the reasons it's there. Most abortions, sadly, are through rape causes. You know, the victim finds out they're pregnant. They don't want to have a child that they didn't consent to. See, exactly. You're proving my point, Lovey. That could have happened to you. The doctor could have told you, your vagina is too small, we're gonna have to operate on you, you might not be able to give birth. The doctor could have told you that. And that's my point exactly. That's the reason, one of the reasons why we have abortions. Now, it's actually a simple it's a medical procedure that is needed. It has nothing to do with murder, it has nothing to do with being sin. It's something that, because a lady's body is more complicated than a man can even comprehend. That is what I'm saying. It's like a man hears abortion and he's like, I don't want nothing to do with murder. I don't want nothing to do with you sinning this and that and the other. Just shut up, because that's not even what it's about. So don't even start. I'm gonna check the time here real quick. Okay, I'll spend another minute or so on here, but I'm hyped up, guys. Because men want to act stupid. They think just because a woman's getting an abortion, it's the end of the world. A high percentage of the time. Yeah, that's exactly yeah, Lovey, that's my point. That is exactly my point. Because a woman's body is more complicated than a man's comprehension. They hear abortion and they're like, oh, I want nothing to do with you. You're sinning, you're doing this. Yes, precisely. You almost couldn't. And that's why I'm saying abortion is not always a bad thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a medical procedure that is needed if necessary. That's all it is. So keep that whole fake Christianity, abortion's a sin BS off my channel. I don't want to hear it. It is a medical procedure that is there to help women who need it the most. If their life is in danger, or they didn't consent to having a child in the first place, i.e. rape and whatever. And Hershey boy, we all know you paid for your girlfriend's abortion. We know you paid for the lady who was talking about it on the news. I didn't watch the news clip, but I was scrolling right past it. We all know you paid for it. So stop fronting. Nobody's gonna vote a U.S. senator who's against abortion, and just because you want to say, "Oh, I'm against it because this, that, and the other reason." No exceptions. How about you as a no exception? How about you as a no U.S. senator? How about you as not even a man at this point? I don't care if I'm being cold-blooded. I'm being 100% truthful. I told you astral projections in full effect. I did not come to play today. Abortion procedures are there if you need them. They are needed if necessary. If you need it to, cause it's sad also. It's sad anyway when a mother dies during birth. You know, that's why they go to Planned Parenthood, so they can be like, before I decide if I want the operation, I want to make sure if it's safe for me, if I will live through the possibility of this birth. Will I still be able to contain a life force? They'll be able to tell you whether you'll be able to survive the birth or you won't. That's what it's there for. Yeah, I know. It's sad. You see it in a lot of these Renaissance type movies, you know, Les Mis or things like that. But that's pretty much that's what abortion's there for. It's there so you can be able to, excuse me. It's there for emergencies. Women had to sneak around to get an abortion because at those times it was illegal. Like, you either had to suffer through childbirth, or that was actually, I think that was actually pretty much the option. You had to suffer through childbirth, or you get arrested because you were caught doing something you weren't supposed to, but it was needed if necessary. Yeah, true. It's also the pain. But that's why women go to Planned Parenthood. They want to make sure that if they decide that they actually want to keep their child, you know, before it's a full-grown fetus or anything, they want to be able to know, will I be able to have this baby? If I'm not gonna be able to, they'll tell you whether or not 50% you'll survive the operation, or not the operation. 50% of the time if you'll survive giving birth, or 50% of the time you won't. Usually if they hear the whole 50-50 ordeal, they'll just go for the abortion. You know, that they don't want to feel like they're gonna die giving birth, because that's how it is with women today. You know, they don't want to go through the motions. They don't want to die giving birth to their child, not being able to even look at their child. You know, it's really sad. Like, if you watch Jersey Girl, you'll first 10 minutes you'll see what happens there. Guy becomes a single dad because his wife didn't survive the childbirth. It's sad, but that's why That's another reason, stillborns. That's another reason they do it. There's a reason we have Planned Parenthoods. And, oh, before I forget, this is actually another biggie. Teenage pregnancies. You know, sometimes it'll happen not just due to rape, but also because, you know, parents won't pay attention to their own children. They'll neglect them all the time. They'll just go out, find a cute guy, they instantly fall in love with. The guy turns out to be a dirtbag. They're left pregnant and alone. They get disowned by their parents because they went and got them pregnant because the parents didn't pay attention to them. Because they neglected them all the time. And it's sad that these teenage girls have to get pregnant some of the time just to get their parents to pay attention to them, to get help from them. And they're just like, I don't want a teenage mother in my house. Hit the bricks. It's sad. It's really disappointing. And if you've seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that'd be another example. You know, they had unprotected sex at the baseball dugout. She found out she was pregnant, so she had to sneak around to get the money so her parents didn't find out that she got pregnant by an older guy, so it was statutory. And, you know, she ended up getting the operation. Her parents never found out about it. She only told her ride or die friend about it. But all in all, abortion it's a medical procedure that's needed if necessary. That's about all I can say about it. And let me see here. Looks like I'm running a little late to work, but basically, that's pretty much all I got for you guys anyway. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my channel. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like, keep the notifications turned on, get the thumbs up. Share this video to people you know, people you don't know. But all in all, don't vote for Herschel Walker, because I guarantee you, you're just gonna be majorly disappointed. But that's just my opinion. But if I'm just gonna say this: if you vote for him, don't bother coming to my channel, because I don't want to hear nothing about it. He really is, Lovey. If you look him up, you're gonna see a lot of grimy stuff. They even clowned him on Saturday Night Live. But anyway, I'll get more into it throughout the upcoming weeks or so, in case it does pop up again. But I love you all. Thank you all for watching. Lovey, I will see you later. Be safe, be well, be loved. Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.